What are the best outfits in Star Wars Outlaws? Well, we completed the game, got all the outfits, did some testing, and these are the best. I also want to go over some charms that help you increase your damage and survivability even more. Starting with the Survivalist Gear set, that is all about keeping you alive, with the set bonus making sure that fully depleted health segments slowly regenerate over time, while normally it's just one that regenerates over time. Now there are two variants of this set that you can mix and match, but there's only one combo that is the best in my opinion. I prefer the Vandor Jacket over the Cholganna Jacket, because the taking damage no longer interrupts Bacta Vial health regeneration perk is really strong, so you can pop the vials in the heat of battle without having to wait behind cover, and that's better than the reduced damage against explosions perk. So while the Vandor Survivalist Belt is pretty good, because it gives you 2 health bars back instantly upon using a Bacta Vial instead of 1, I totally prefer the Cholganna Survivalist Belt, because that lets you basically skip death. Because if you go down to 0 health, you now instead instantly get all your health back and can keep fighting. You will then see a heart icon appear at the top of your screen, and after 3 minutes it disappears, and that means that you have your revive again. In terms of pens, I prefer the Vandor variant, because then you increase the healing speed of Bacta Vials by like 3 times, which is great. But if you want to focus on getting health back without using a Bacta Vial, which of course also links to the set bonus, then the other pens can be nice too, because then you start recovering health in combat after 15 seconds instead of 45. So while I use the Vandor Jacket, Cholganna Belt and Vandor pens, I'll tell you how to get all the pieces. So in Kijimi City, at the smuggler over here on the map, you can buy the Vandor Jacket if you have at least a good reputation with the Ashiga clan. The Vandor Survivalist Belt is also on Kijimi over here on the map. Slice the door to get to the chest, and if you don't have the slicing kit yet, you will need to complete the Slicer Expert Intel that you unlock very early on. You find it in Cholganna in the Cantina. And also in Kijimi is the Vandor Survivalist Pants. Simply go over here, you need to have a good reputation with the Crimson Dawn to be able to buy the item from the shop. The Cholganna Belt with the amazing revive perk can simply be bought in Kijimi as well from this vendor, but the pants and jacket have to be bought from the traveling rogue merchant Shuma. But you have to find her on each planet, as that increases the amount of items she will be selling. You can find her here on Toshara, over here on the map in the middle of the open world, in Kijimi over here on the map in the city, on Tatooine she's over here to the bottom right, and on Akiva you can find her in the Shashin settlement. And you can of course easily fast travel between the planets and go to each location. If she's not there, then it might be because you're not ready to unlock her yet in that spot. Especially the lost location on Akiva can be tricky, but high chance you are simply not far enough into the game or need to do some extra missions, so do that first and then check again. She then showed up on Akiva for us with the chest and the pants. If you want to play more offensive, then the Outlaw Gear set is amazing. It doesn't only look really cool, giving Kay the upgraded standard look with the red jacket, but it also lets you play the game a bit differently. Because instead of immediately using your really strong adrenaline rush immediately when you have it available, you now get more damage and regenerate health over time while you are at that full adrenaline. The health over time constantly triggers, by the way, which is great, and it fills your current health bar, and the armor set overall has many perks to increase your adrenaline gain, but especially the gain a huge shot of adrenaline when using a Bacta Vial is really amazing. Because this instantly gives you all your adrenaline back so they can immediately line up a lot of enemies and take them out, but don't immediately use a Bacta Vial after the adrenaline rush because the shot won't immediately trigger. So just stay in the fight. You of course also get adrenaline back by shooting enemies or taking damage, and then you can also spam the adrenaline rush very often. And you also want to switch your modules often because they get a super cooling, which basically means that you can use your blaster without it heating up. Now worth noting is that you do need to unlock the super cooling first at the workbench for your blaster module, otherwise this perk does not work. And this armor set is not missable, by the way, as you get it by just following the main story and recruiting everyone to your crew Keep checking your ship cargo and the new pieces will appear one by one, which then gives you the full set. And by the way, real quick, if you like the video so far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for way more Star Wars Outlaws content like this. If you prefer a stealth approach, then the Thief's Gear is totally the best option, as with the set bonus, you greatly increase the ability to avoid detection, making sneaking around way easier. It also has two variants that you can mix and match, but the first perk is always the same, which gives you health and quite some adrenaline from a stealth takedown. Like 2 takedowns is enough to get all your adrenaline for an adrenaline rush. But in stealth, the stun shot is of course the best, so that's why the Akiva chest is by far the best option for this set, as it recharges your stun shot from a melee takedown or finisher. So a nice tactic you can do is take one enemy out with a stun shot, then send Nyx to the other enemy. You can now do a melee takedown and boom, you instantly have your stun shot again. With this tactic you will have less use of the Moldour Thief belt that decreases the regular stun shot recharge speed. It's normally around the 2 minutes and 40 seconds, but now with the belt it's 1 minute and 20 seconds. So it halves it. So still great, because the other option is the Akiva belt that gives you health back when using a smoke bomb, but that's only one health segment, so not really good. And for the pants, I don't think it really matters. Overall though, avoid using smoke bombs during stealth, like it's a part of this set, but it will alert everyone, so be careful. So the Akiva vest, Moldour belt and pants is the best combo, but I will quickly tell you how to get all the pieces. You get the Moldour Thief vest from a smuggler on Tatooine over here on the map, but you need to have at least a good reputation with the Hutts to buy it. For the belt, you want to be on Akiva, go to the trader who's stranded on a little island in the Great Basin over here on the map. You do need the I know someone ability from the bartender expert in order to be able to do the vendor request, get the specific materials, and they will receive the outfit piece. You can buy the pants from a Hutt cartel merchant inside the Hutt poaching outpost over here on the map on Akiva. Also, a good reputation with the Hutt is required here. Stay here, go to this point on the map, and then you can follow a route to go to the restricted area of this camp. Then look for a building that looks like this. Here you can go inside, down the stairs, hit the 2 conduits, and they can loot a chest with the Thief Akiva belt. The really nice vest is in a Pike Crystal Mine, also on Akiva over here. You will need to deactivate a shield to get to the chest by slicing a nearby terminal or stealing a keycard from one of the Pikes patrolling the area. Once the shield is removed, you can loot the chest, and the pants can be bought from a Hutt tailor in Tatooine over here on the map. You need to also have a good reputation to be able to buy it. There's also the Disruptor outfit that deserves a shout out, because with this you can use the Ion Surge module and then 2-shot regular enemies without having to switch to different ammo. This because of the dealing ion damage to ionized enemies is now lethal set bonus. The Ion module heat capacity is also increased, so you can use the powerful Surge module more often before you have to recharge. But you also find a fun perk on the pants, because grenades now deal ion damage as well, and this means that yes, you can throw a grenade in a group to stun them all, then throw another grenade and take all those enemies out. Now you will need more grenades or surge shots against heavy enemies though, and Ion is also more powerful against bots, as they will now attack everything around them before they explode, which is quite fun. So to get it, you need to look for encrypted messages in the orbit of each planet. There are 16 in total, so look for these crates and then retrieve the item. It's smart to first find all of them and then check the expert intel, where you will see the encrypted messages quest line with a location on Akiva. Simply go here, do the jump, and then you reach the gate. Here a cutscene will play. If you now follow this quest line, you will in the end get the hidden coordinates that lead you to a chest with the armor set. Now, if you need help with the locations of these encrypted messages, I'll put a link to a guide for all of them in the video description. And again, I also want to go over some amazing charms that have more perks you also find on outfits to boost their power even more, like the Jarwal Bloom Major charm. This increases your adrenaline gained from headshots with KR Blaster and also gives you 1 extra adrenaline rush target. For this, go over here on the map on Akiva and make your way through this small pathway, climb up, just go through this encampment, and at the end you find the chest with this amazing charm. You can of course wear way more minor charms, and the Dragon Fang gives you another adrenaline rush target. For this, go over here on Tatooine, use your speeder to follow the path, and then on your right hand side you will eventually be able to climb up like this. Then just continue, run, and on your left hand side there will be some wildlife. Take care of them, and then you will find the chest with the charm very close by. The glyph stone is great to increase your adrenaline gain on hits with K or Blaster. Go here on Akiva. Having a good reputation with the pikes is needed, and then you can climb your way up here, enter the encampment, and then you will find a vendor that sells you this minor charm. To sometimes get a free Bacta vial, you want to equip the Aurora Snowflake pin. You can buy it from this vendor in Kajimi, but you need a good reputation with the Ashiga clan. It's through the door next to the cantina, and here you can buy the minor charm. The data cylinder is nice to not lose adrenaline over time. Again, a perk we find on Gear 2. And you get this on Toshara. Go to the farm over here on the map and to the small building that you find to the side. You can easily open it with the Ion Blaster and then loot the chest for the charm. Of course, subscribe for way more Star Wars Outlaws. A like on the video would be awesome, and check out other tips by clicking on the screen. I will of course speak to you very soon. Goodbye.